going on, people? It is your boy Sophus here with a review of this movie. Oh shit, it's more of a conversation or whatever the proper term is. It's your boy Sophus and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition is awesome. This is a thing. This really fixed the movie. And let me just, on a brief note, I'll just off to the side say I did enjoy Batman vs Superman a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed it because it did its job. As a movie, it entertained me for 2.5 hours. You can't really ask for more than that. You know, besides a coherent story and a plot and a villain that actually does something. Anyway, this movie, I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to spoil a lot of things in this movie. If you haven't seen Batman v Superman by now, why the hell are you watching this video? But if you have seen Batman v Superman, you want to know someone's opinion on the Ultimate Edition. Here comes some spoilers. First spoiler. Oh my God, did they fix everything that was wrong with Superman's character? He actually does shit in this movie. I mean, well, Clark Kent does something. Why was Clark Kent just absent the entire movie in the original cut? He was like not there, and the times he was there didn't make sense. This movie actually gave some perspective and some outlook into why Superman really felt he needed to be the one to say, hey Batman, okay, look, you gotta stop. For example, the guy that Batman branded and sent to prison, in the Ultimate Cut they showed you what it was at one point where he did go to prison. He was murdered in prison because he was branded by Batman, you know, and his wife, not his wife, his girlfriend, some Spanish lady showed up with a kid, and he was like, oh well, you know, he was a father, but he was brutally murdered and stuff, but they don't care. The only person who gets to decide to live is Batman or not. And then there was one point with Clark that he called his mom and had a nice conversation with her, which was cool because he never even spoke to his mom in the original movie. She kind of just showed up that one scene where she was all like, be the hero, Clark. Be their God or their savior. Or don't. You don't owe them a damn thing. You know, she kind of just showed up out of nowhere when she was just like there, and then she got kidnapped. This movie, of course, did not fix the one problem where, you know, he can hear Lois Lane falling off a building, but he can't hear his mom getting kidnapped. Like, really? But outside of that, you know, Clark Kent, he is doing his job. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever seen Clark Kent, like, in anything, be a journalist. Like, he's out there, he's reporting, he's investigating. I will call bullshit on how he hasn't got fired from the Daily Planet yet. I mean, any job I've ever had, the boss tell me to do something like 4 or 5 times, and I'm the new guy, and I don't do it, and then I do something else. You should be fired. Like, his boss kept telling him, cover the sports story. Cover the sports story. He just kept covering the Batman. I was like, bro, how do you still have a job, dog? That makes no sense. Outside of that, Clark Kent, he's in the movie, he's relevant in the movie. It was good to see him do a lot of stuff. Who else? Lex Luthor has a much more impactful role on this, like, the way they led up to the bombing scene, you know, at the Senate. In the movie, it kind of just fucking happened. And everybody's like, oh, why didn't Superman stop the bomb? Or blah, blah, blah. It turns out, you know, the wheelchair Lex made was actually lined with lead, so Superman couldn't see the bomb if he wanted to. But the way Lex pulled everything together, like, you know, the scene where Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne met, you know, earlier in the movie, they had an extra scene when Perry comes up to Clark and he's like, hey, you got to go to this invitational. You were invited by name. You know, someone is a fan of yours. Lex is the one who invited Superman. Lex also invited Bruce Wayne. He wanted them to meet. So this goes into the theory that he knew all along who they were, because it was genius. Because the wheelchair was lined with lead, he had to do Superman couldn't see through lead. So in the movie, it better portrayed how much Lex knew and what his plan really was, albeit the end result was still stupid. There's nothing good about Doomsday in this movie. They fight. He throws stuff at helicopters, but the actual thing with Doomsday still irks me. There's nothing good about it besides Gal Gadot jumping in front of the screen and being Wonder Woman and just, you know, her badass theme song. There's not many extra scenes with Batman or Alfred in this movie. There's one scene with Alfred chopping logs, and he's going around the house asking like, oh, Master Wayne, where are you? And, you know, Bruce already went there to steal the kryptonite from Lex. And there was another scene, it extended the conversation between Bruce and Lex in a jail cell, but Batman pretty much stayed the same way he was in this movie because there was nothing much you can do with him. I really felt like this was the movie, and they had to cut it by like 30 minutes so it could fit on screen. It's like, get rid of everything that's not Batman. You know, just keep all the Batman related stuff because you know which understandable. It's the first time you did them. People already doubted Ben Affleck. You had to do it correctly. You had to do it justice. So they focused on Batman, but they removed all the Superman elements out of his movie. Superman does not feel like a secondary character in this movie. I have to stress that. I wonder if this movie would have came out first, what the critics would be saying, because a lot of the plot elements they were wrapped up nicely. Lois Lane didn't seem as pointless. Superman definitely had more of an impact. It's just, I guess the damage is done in terms of what this movie did. This definitely should have been a movie that came out in theaters. It's definitely a worth watching. If you didn't enjoy Batman v Superman, a better story is not going to help you enjoy it, because that's all this movie is. It's a better, more coherent story in 30 seconds of dialogue here, 2 minutes of stuff here, sprinkled across this 2.5-hour movie to make it a 3-hour movie did help. It helped. The story is really coherent. The story is really good. But if you didn't enjoy the story the first time around, this isn't going to help you enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy the action this time around, this isn't going to help you enjoy it. If you didn't like it the first time, you're still not going to like it, unfortunately. You just won't. But if you did enjoy the first movie, then shit, there's more to love. The more the merrier. You might like it. I don't know. Maybe the story was what kept you from liking it in the first place. If the story was the only thing that kept you from liking it, watch this movie. Watch it. Until then, see you next time. It's your boy, Soul Fist. Let's go.